Scale mail. Okay, so
I can move forward if I'm in the way. I know.
Scale mail is medium.
Yeah, so we're still back where we started.
Who ended up grabbing the map? I
What
didn't
if you
see
want
who.
that longsword?
Like a picture of it?
What? Yeah.
Who ended up grabbing the map?
I watched Getting Back with Your Ex.
I think Falco had.
Yeah, Falco had the map last.
I mean, who physically has the map?
Oh.
Because I didn't. It wasn't
I looked on
left
the table when
behind.
I left, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out if it comes in this way. Alright, so.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
The map we got from the goblin.
Ooh, was it Aaron?
Or
Shelby? Like, did one of them grab it?
Really? I'm needing to watch this.
Alright, so last time we played, you guys were in the cave, you guys defeated all the goblins, cleared it out, and you were interrogating Yimik.
Yes.
Phil started interrogating Yimik. You found out, you brought Sildar to consciousness and found out that you end up knowing Sildar. Falco knows Sildar. Ryder ends up finding the map. And then Yimik ends up trying to flee. You guys end up trapping him. The group shuttled all of the blue line supplies out to the main road. You guys end up camping there. And during that camping night, Nerion had a visitation from your deity, and Ember had a visitation from her deity. In the morning, you guys found a couple goblin bodies. There was something left behind with that. And Bryn, on the road, as you guys were traveling, befriended and picked up a fox familiar.
She was so
She's
Where are they?
so stoked about that.
Aaron's sick.
Aaron's sick.
Aw.
Yeah, so.
I just know at some point there's gonna be like she's gonna have to like fend off the barbarian
Yeah.
eating that thing.
Don't eat him. He's
Um,
not tasty.
So Sildar suggested you guys go into the Stonehill Inn and get situated. You guys all kind of
Oh, right.
do a little bit of role play there.
I threw chicken bones at the top.
So Phil spent some time at the forge. Ryder went on a little walkabout, had some role play with Sister Galeria. Gariel, yeah. During that, she learned that Harbin Wester is the leader of the Phandalin at the Town Master Hall. She also learned that the Red Band Ruffians hang out at the Sleeping Giant Tap House. During that encounter, because Narian was on the roof, she observed it. And Ember used her tools to attach her amulet to her necklace.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys have had a full rest. You guys have full hit points, full spell slots. Everything is fresh.
Yay! Can I have my towel flush?
Your tablet.
Okay, so here's the earth.
Round.
Dang, that's a nice earth you got there.
Hey, is this some jerk we might say?
Wrong. Yes, the brown.
Alright, so as you guys wake up, let me open this real quick.
I still feel tingly.
Yeah.
I'm keeping. No,
Give me some here and I'll just around.
It's
So
very cold on the roof.
Yeah.
So if we're getting up and recongregating, I just want to make sure this is captured. Ask. So Falco asks, does anyone else feel funny? I had some weird dreams and my stomach's not too good. Did anyone else eat something funny last night?
That's why you don't eat their food.
I drink a lot, but I don't think that it's the same feeling you're talking about.
Must have been some
Butter,
Write that down.
Bellamere.
Point of note, what did you eat, by the way?
Some stew, something or other.
Right, avoid the stew.
Avoid.
So as Nerion is waking up, it's a gorgeous morning. She's on top of the roof. Sunset. She smells the smells of a village. She hears kind of the sound of people wrestling, getting going in the morning. she looks over and she can kind of get a decent view of the town. She notices over to the west, there is, that's what I need to pull up, sorry.
I hope it's not in fire.
So much to keep track of.
Oh, yeah.
Hold up. Why is it doing this? This thing's acting up real quick, so.
Our app was acting weird earlier. I think it might just be my phone.
Do you want me to do an internet restart before we get?
No, I
going?
did it. It's
Okay.
just, I think it's been this.
Does
you have a-
anybody know where you find your proficiency bonus on the app?
Proficiency bonus should be just right there.
It's
Whoops,
right-
there's.
Yeah, main page, it's right next to all your stats.
Right underneath.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so she's on the roof, she wakes up, she notices a building over to the west a little bit that has the shield that you guys have seen before, kind of in the door.
Oh, what's the shield called again?
So it's to the west of the shrine that you noticed her interacting with.
And who is this?
Who is this? Which one?
Me.
She's on the roof.
Oh,
so
Nari.
she's got kind of a little bit of a bird's eye view, so I'm letting her
Richie.
see a couple
I
points.
think it was a blue line. Right? Blue line.
There's a blue line in the shield.
No, it's the same shield. Blue line. Okay. Okay, so I would like to.
And I do have to
Oh,
read
okay.
out one
Sorry.
thing. As you guys came into town, you remember now that on your way in before the smithy, you saw the sign of Barthen's Provisions.
Ooh.
Barthen.
That's where we're supposed to deliver stuff, right?
Yes.
So Barthen's Provisions was a building or two before the smithy.
Okay. I would like to jump off the roof or climb down.
Okay.
Okay. And
What are you doing? Jumping or climbing?
climbing. Slowly, carefully climbing.
Okay. Fully clad in heavy
She just-
armor.
She just does a leaping dive like Assassin's Creed.
Natural one.
Aim for the bushes.
Superhero landing, superhero
Carefully, gently climbing down. I am fully rested. Okay, so I'm gonna climb down, and then I would like to go in. Is there a side door?
Side
Or a
door
back
to-
door? Not the main, but front door of the stone pillar that we're at right now.
There's just a main entrance.
Fine, I'm going to the main entrance. I'm gonna go to the main entrance, and then do I see anybody down in the lobby right now that's like woken up and is down there already?
Yeah, there's
Anybody?
a couple patrons. Just kind of have.
Anybody in our party?
I'm down there.
I'm looking
Half
for
of our
people.
party is at the wagon.
Party at the wagon.
Well,
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking
the
for
barbarian and I and
myself.
the monk spent the night at the wagon,
people. Okay.
I'm the end there.
taking turns ferrying the prisoner.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the wagon instead. I'm gonna climb down. I'm gonna go over to the wagon.
Okay.
And I am
Rejection.
I'll meet everyone there.
Sorry, I didn't actually see you. I didn't go in.
Fair enough.
He goes ahead and takes his second cup of coffee and just.
Okay, drinking their coffee.
Just give me the pot.
So it's you guys?
Yes. us three.
Oh, it's you guys. Okay. And I go, guys, I saw.
It's like an old Asian.
I saw. No, I didn't go, I saw. Now all I can do is an Asian accent.
I'm sorry.
Do the Asian.
I'm so excited to know what she's gonna say.
Well, I saw a shield with that blue line on it that we were seeing before. So we should rally up everybody else
Good to know.
and maybe get the provisions back and then go check that out.
Alright, I'm down.
So just to remind you, you have 2 cards.
Right. And the one we found is the one with the blue line on it, right?
The supplies you found.
Yeah,
were the
yeah.
blue line.
Yep.
And we still haven't been met by the guy who was supposed to meet us, correct?
Right, because he's captured.
Gundren
He's
Rockseeker.
Yeah, he's in the castle with the Goblin King or whatever he is.
Up in the castle, letting his hair down.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ruining his
So that's
hair.
what I do. And his name was, what again? Gundren Rock.
What
So-
time is it, by the way?
The sun has come up.
It's wake up time. Should we
So
send someone to go get them?
Ember and I were sharing
Oh, I
a
thought these were
room.
the same.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I,
gotcha.
Ember is snoring in her bed,
Gotcha.
and I run over
Right.
and I jump on top of her and fart really loud to her. I heard that.
What the hell was that?
I feel like this resembles real life for some reason.
This was our
As
child.
It
the
was
furball's
this morning.
husband, I can contest.
Oh no.
Ember, make a constitution check.
I failed.
I'm serious.
I failed.
Okay.
I mean, I can roll, but
You are nauseous for a little bit.
I'm nauseous for a while.
Oh no.
You blacked out.
Retaliation will be
Oh,
Will be
bittersweet.
sweet.
I like it. Alright, what else are you guys doing?
Well, we should send
Going up
someone to
here.
go wake up the girls in the inn, so we can go talk about that. What you found.
I'm a girl. I can do it.
All right.
Quick question. Since Shelby and Aaron aren't here, how do we deal with it?
Yeah, who's playing their characters?
Nobody's playing with
Doesn't
her.
matter.
Unless-
Let's just assume they come with us. I mean, let's
Yeah.
just assume they follow along.
They didn't get a lot of sleep last night. They're really groggy and
Yeah.
stuff a lot.
Yeah.
They'll just sit in the car the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angry.
I guess if we get in a fight, then it matters.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Nope.
He's got something planned, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. We'll be fine.
If you don't
Yeah.
follow up,
Oh no,
the
they're gonna
GM
get
kills
capped.
you.
They're gonna get they're gonna get captured and
Okay.
kidnapped and
Yeah.
taken
So I'm
away.
going to.
Really quick point of order. I can't remember if I shared the information of the nun that
Oh,
I
hot.
saw last time,
Oh,
it was
hot.
2 weeks ago.
I don't believe you did.
I don't think I did.
The only person that
Go away.
personally observed it was Nara.
Right, but she didn't overhear anything.
No, she didn't overhear.
No, I just saw you guys, so I was probably going to be like, so.
So.
Do you
Okay.
want
Not
to
that he's
share?
nosy.
I suppose I should.
Oh, that's the accent you're doing.
So,
And no, I can't
Share
do
that
that 'cause I'm
information.
trying. It's like all
She's
over
doing
the
her own
place.
thing.
She's
Like,
I'm doing my
doing her-
own thing.
she's just a silly one.
Was
And
I
I
sharing
shared
it
with
with
Shelby
Shelby or
have
with
many
you?
accents, and we switch between
I was
them
sleeping
for
in the wagon. You were in the wagon, so me and
For
Shelby. So
discussion.
you and Shelby.
For
Okay.
discussion.
So when all of us gather, I'd like to share the information that I got at the statue from the
Let's get us all together then.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna hop into the inn, and skip, and I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Did
Slow-
somebody-
well, not run, but like skip up the stairs, and I'm gonna go
Oh, it's me.
find.
Yes. Oh shoot.
It's my time.
Yes.
It's fair to check.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to tell me if I need to check
We
anything.
almost failed.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
upstairs. I'm skipping into the inn, and then I'm going to skip up the stairs and look for these two.
What? Yes. What?
Yeah.
Why?
And I don't know what room they're in, so I'm just gonna start
I
yelling.
believe it's room 3.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. We were in room 3.
I knock on your door,
Okay.
and I go,
No.
you guys.
No. You knock at the door and you hear, oh my word!
And
That's
I go,
what you hear.
hey, are you guys decent?
No, the furball is never
Looking under the
decent.
door.
I'm looking under the door. I'm like trying to peek under the door. Yeah. Are you guys decent? guys, are you decent? Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
decent
matter.
enough.
Sick.
I don't really care. I'm just gonna talk through the door to you. So, we are gathering. I have information, and we're going to talk downstairs. Be there in 5.
Okay, we're coming.
And then I knock on somebody else's door, and I do the same thing. Hey, who is it? hey, I have information. Come downstairs. We're going to talk. Do me a favor. Only if you give me money.
I mean, I'm just asking for coffee.
I'll bring you coffee.
I'll meet you in a second.
Alright.
So you go around banging on the doors,
Yes.
waking someone up.
And then I wake up some people that aren't in our group.
How is it? Let me think alive.
Hey, down there, fuck.
You hear it? Hello?
Who was that?
Hey, who the heck is that? Hey, oh, I don't know you. Never mind.
Meet upstairs in 5.
Meet upstairs. Yeah.
Who is that? I heard that one voice. You hear this? Ah, I swear.
But, by the way, last night was great. Thank you.
You hear stuff breaking. There's wrestling.
Wow.
total argument breakout.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Next door, and then you. I pictured you then peeking your head out. Oh no, you're downstairs.
Yeah,
Is there
I'm
anybody
gonna
else
Oh,
in
I
that room?
love your
No.
character so much. That is awesome.
I'm just going to sneak down the stairs now.
I just made everyone out of the cart, so that's all.
You went back,
I'm a
you went
very
out to the cart?
mischievous
Yeah, I
elf.
figured you'd come out and just go back to the cart where.
Was everybody meeting at the cart or in the building?
I just said downstairs. I didn't
Yeah.
give them good information.
They'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
So are you going out to the cart or you're waiting in the building? In the inn?
I go downstairs and then I'm going to stand by the door so that I can see outside and also inside because I suck.
She's in the middle of the doorway.
Like, I don't see the.
There's a glitch in the video game. There's a glitch in the video game.
I can see the cards.
In
I can see the cards and I can see you.
Okay, so who all's up cart now?
So Falco, Phil, Ryder,
And then it's up to them. They need to tell us if where
Alright,
they're at.
so what are you guys
Stone
doing?
guy.
You guys got woke
Stone
up.
shatter.
So,
We still have a
And-
captured
and-
goblin.
and
Hilarious.
Get the goblin.
and Yimik.
It's me and Shelby, so
Valerian.
Valaria?
Valerius. There we go.
hilarious.
And Ember and Frobal, you guys just got woke up. What are you doing?
I'm just like, coffee!
And your person.
Coffee!
Oh, you already got that, yeah.
Okay, so I wander downstairs with my coffee. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not a morning person, so I just kind of like sit down.
You're just wearing
At
the
a
same shirt
table. I
that
just
says
sit
I
at a
love you.
table.
You see
I don't even
Anarion
know.
like fidgeting in the doorway.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, outside? So I slowly wander out the door.
Shuffling your feet.
Over here.
It's so lovely.
Tolbert, who sees the halfling slowly like down the stairs, you just slide.
Not only are you small,
As
but
you
you're
walk
small.
by.
It's like,
Take us.
good friend.
Okay, I know you're
He
small, but don't
remembers
be
you
so
had
small.
a gigantic cup of water,
Yeah.
whiskey.
Yes.
Your coffee
No,
is
your
as
head.
big as you are.
All right,
I like it.
all right. So what are you guys doing?
I was trying to see if she was going to retaliate before I
Okay.
go down.
Amber, what are you doing?
Ember, after being completely gassed out by her supposed friend, here's the knock at the door, here's the message, lays in bed, gasping, closes her eyes,
I can smell it.
grits her teeth, breathes in fumes, and says a gritted, toothy, clenched mouth prayer to the Stormlord to not
Please send a gust of
strike her
wind.
friend dead with lightning, and says a quick prayer for patience, and then just gets ready for the day. Probably slept in my armor, so I don't have to put it on. Grabs my beloved warhammer and goes downstairs and orders a morning beer. Cause you got to start the day off right.
Okay, so you go up to Tolman and order a beer, and he kind of like catches a whiff and says, "I'll have it right there for you." And kind of like points at a table.
Hey,
You
don't
can-
be
She
there.
didn't poop on me,
You
she
can
just
see-
farted.
It was apparently.
I ate a
I
lot
did
of meat
eat
last
nauseous.
night.
Get your beer and then come over here.
Thanks for the beer, go over here and air out the bits.
Yeah. So you go
Freaking
over-
woodland creatures.
What are you doing? Are you going to meet her? Are you going to sit down?
They're like, give me a minute.
Hey.
No, give me a minute.
Fine.
Alright.
Bartender, can you put a whiskey in the beer, please? It'll be long
He
time.
reaches over, he's got his own flask, he pulls out, kind of winks.
Just a wee nip. There we go. Okay. We
Alright.
don't want to be drunk for the adventure. Just a wee
So I
nip.
giggle as I get ready, and then I like remember what I did, and I just start giggling even harder. And so it's just
Surrounded
like
by idiots.
nonstop giggling as I'm getting ready for the day, and then I finally just head downstairs, I start looking for people.
You skipping down the stairs, giggling, go down and see Ember, who is there scowling with her beer, and then you see Ember kind of waiting in the doorway.
you. That was
Phil is watching Anarian dancing back and forth and like super agitated and fidgety and hyper, and he's thinking to himself, "Good Lord, I wonder what she would be like with liquor in hand. I wonder what she would be like with liquor in hand. Oh, that would be so funny."
All right.
I will go meet up. You're just in the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just go meet up in the doorway and hang out.
So eventually, you guys all make it.
Go to the cart.
You guys eventually all go make it to the cart.
Awesome.
What do you guys like to talk about? What do you guys like to do?
Yes.
So we're all at the cart.
Roll the cart.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I thought it was with your robe.
So I assume you let
So-
us know where.
Hey, everybody, listen! I was on the roof last night, and I saw to the west there was a shield with a blue line, like we saw before. I think we should go that way after we drop off the provisions. Also, this little one over here, she was talking to somebody last night.
Finger point, like super hyper finger pointing.
Find a bus and throw her under.
I see why that's suspicious. Being social is not okay.
I was just wondering,
All right, go ahead.
just very nicely. I'm just curious what was happening.
So after she loudly finger points, she's like,
Who knows? So I'm going to roll over and like look at her sarcastically and like kind of glare a little bit, and then as everyone kind of gathers a little bit more, I'm gonna be like, well, as you all were getting wasted last night,
Phil takes a nip from his flask.
I decided to go and
I
have
belch.
a little look around town and pay my respects to the local shrine.
That was very cool.
And there was a nun who, a sister of the order of town who met me, and she had something very interesting to say. And then I like to tell everyone.
so she got, so Ryder continues to, yeah.
Right?
I don't remember what she was told. So.
Which I'm like, you
Speaking of drinking.
tell me.
Okay. So as Ryder continues to explain, she explains that Sister Gorel told her that Harbin Wester is the leader or the head of Phandelver, and he hangs out at the Townmaster Hall. She also heard that the Red Band Ruffians hang out at the Sleeping Giant Tap House.
You said that Harbin Wester is the leader of what?
Is the head of Phandalin.
He's like the governor of the town.
Okay.
At town.
He's and I'd like to share like the synopsis of like the Red Ruffians are the ones who kind of run this town, and they continue to steal and strong arm everything. And I think that
Well, that's not gonna play, is it?
yeah, I don't think that this is a town that is well protected, and I think that the man who's in charge is extremely corrupt.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but the point about it not being well protected, I think that ends now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I second that.
Can we drop our stuff off first?
Absolutely. Our business first, but I do think we should revisit that. I think this town is officially now under protection.
Because that was my goal.
Yeah, I think that
We don't avoid bullies.
I second what the dwarf says, and I find it quite distressing that the sister was afraid to give me much more information. It seemed like
Plus, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
So, I think we should start taking care of our delivery from our mutual friend here. Get that dealt with. See where that goes. Because I don't know about you guys, but he's a dear friend of mine, and I would like to see him released. So we should figure out what's going on there. Get a plan and set.
That and I'd like to get paid.
That too, yes.
Business first.
So I guess we're going over to deliver our package.
Which one?
Or the original one that our main mission. Deliver supplies to Barthen's Provisions.
Okay, so you're going to
Yes.
Barthen's Provisions.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys head out, as you leave the front of the inn, you take a right, head east, up down the path. You guys end up seeing, passing the forge. You now see the name is called, I'll find it here in a second. Phandelver Forge, was the smith that you visited. Just a little bit past that, you see on the right is the Barthen's Provisions.
Alright, so we go in there. Do we see Sildar?
Trying, so Sildar, Sildar was not at the inn when you guys left, so you don't know where he is right now.
That's what I was asking, if we see him at Barthen's.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Do we see anybody?
At the Barthen's, you see it's open. You can go in.
Okay, so we go in.
We go in.
And I talk to whoever seems like they're running the joint.
Okay, you walk in and it's a large supply shop. You go in and there's just like racks, there's supplies hanging all around on the edges, all kind of like adventuristic tools, supplies, things like that.
Distract him. No, I'm
you-
kidding.
Phil gets excited.
Just wait.
You
I
notice,
kid.
you notice kind of in the back there's a big rough looking dude, bald, got some tats, he's just sitting, got his arm on the counter just hanging out. He notices you coming in because there's a bell that rings.
Does he look like he's like a staff member or a patron?
You don't know yet.
Is there anybody behind the counter?
That's him. He's behind the
Oh, he's
counter.
behind the counter, okay.
Leaning on it, yeah.
Okay, I was picturing
He's either robbing.
Yes. Well, I'll go up to him.
Yeah, I go for too.
Good morning, friend. So we have this.
What can I do for you?
I show him the note from Gundren. I say, we've got a bit of provisions we were ordered to deliver here. Do you know anything about that?
I was expecting some provisions.
All right, I
I
think
was
we're-
also expecting Gundren. Where is he?
as were we. So we fill him in. I'll fill him in a little bit about.
He's got a big job.
Oh, what just
All
happened?
right.
Okay.
Phil's making mental notes. I like this game. So we were also expecting Gundren. Unfortunately, we ran into a bit of trouble on the way here, and our mutual friend is in a lot of trouble. He's been captured, so not sure how to proceed with that.
Do you know who captured him?
We do. We've got one of the people from the enemy there. The goblins captured him. He's, according to our captive that we have, he's been holed up in a castle from the Goblin King.
Planning on
Damn
trying
the
to
goblins.
save him.
And yes, if you can point us in any directions there might be a aid there, we do plan on getting him out. I do not want to leave him with them.
I pull out the map at that point and ask, so our captor said he's in this area. Can you help us, any further?
Can't say I know the area better than that.
Oh, you're not gonna.
You look able to buddy. You
No,
know you're
I
running
feel
around
like
and fight.
I've already spoiled myself. We'll get it all over.
Once upon a time.
Right. Well, if
He
just
doesn't-
our bad.
What of the supplies that I was expecting?
All right.
He said he
fair
was
enough.
bringing in a shipment.
Straight to business. All right. We'll deal with that later. Here's the supplies, and I hand over the supplies to him.
You got a cart.
Yeah,
so
we've got a cart. We've got a cart.
So you got a
outside.
cart back there?
Yeah,
Alright,
we've got a
so
card if you want to take a look, make sure everything's in order.
He kind of leans back. Boys, get the supplies. Couple like teenager, young 20s-ish guys run out. They start hustling the supplies. He
Whoa.
starts,
I poke out the door. They're with the store. They're okay. It's for. We're not being robbed.
the boys start like unloading, and before they realize this goblin head pops out, they like drop what they had.
Oh shit!
So he kind of like
He's with us.
they don't even want to ask questions. They're just unloading. So
He's not with us. I don't like him.
so
But
the
he's
guy,
ours.
guy you're talking to kind of pulls out some bag and starts counting out. Do you guys remember the agreement? What did Gunther tell you?
Phil would remember. Cyrus does not remember.
Oh, there's the goblin.
Yeah, there's our goblin.
Excuse me, he's my little gnome that was trapped.
It was 10
No,
gold
they're
per
talking about
person.
the actual
Right.
goblin that we took prisoner.
So Gundren
We want our
promised,
money.
I thought they were talking
Gundren
about
promised us all 10 gold
Stacking
per
up.
person.
So right now he's only seeing a couple of you, so he just stacks out a couple to match how many people are there.
I tell him we have 15 people in our party.
I
Roll deception.
Holy crap.
Does he really want all of us to like stomp into there? And be like,
That's an option.
So 16.
What's going on right now?
I'm telling him we have more people in our party than we do.
Oh, yes!
Oh.
And I count as 3.
What happens if you? Oh, this is. I'm scared.
Don't overthink.
He's giving you
There's
an
a
eyeball.
window right there, so
They're not all
you
with
almost
us.
got it.
Dang it.
He kind of leans over and he's a big burly dude,
And-
tattoos.
He likes
I come over. I go. He was just kidding.
He
He was
leans
kidding.
down to look at you and goes,
Phil starts giggling.
He pulls on mine all the time.
He was
I'm
kidding.
trying not to laugh.
He and
Look
that.
He leans in and says, I like your balls, but nice try.
Just checking.
How many?
We have, well, what do we have? 10 people? We've got 10.
Bring them all in.
So many
remember
girls
we
like
said-
to
Oh.
get
I
himself
told
in
him
this
50.
tangle.
I go to the door and I go, hey, hey, to
He
everybody.
can't share.
The guy comes in, he counts out
Everybody's
10
inside
gold
now.
for everybody. Everybody gets 10 gold.
Dude,
Oh.
you're totally with
Woohoo!
No,
You guys want to add 10 gold for your inventory? You can totally do that.
Because he was talking about balls.
Okay, 10 gold, 10 gold.
And we're here
I
downstairs.
also like
Wait a
that.
minute.
So he leans in and says,
I'm literally
what's your plan? Where's Gundren? How are you
Every
going to
evening
find
I
him?
have no life.
How do you edit your money?
You go into currency, so in equipment, go up and hit
I have
currency.
no TV, but there's couch. It would
Oh, by the way, you
Tom.
can just swipe.
Yeah. So you could,
Cool.
and then you just add,
Okay.
either edit the number there or just put 10 gold there and hit add.
Does it make sense? I already have one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll start
Right
off
here
here.
is your character start with.
Okay, so I lay out, so we know where his about where he is, and we have this goblin captured. Figured we'd bring him along with us, and he knows the way. So,
I don't remember.
So you think he was taken to this place on the map?
and that's what we were told.
That's the information we have. We'll take it with a grain of salt though, because it is from a goblin. I don't
We
entirely
did torture
trust
him. So.
It did take a finger.
So many.
Phil's got it in his like breast pocket. It's just pointing up.
Well, I hope you find him, and when you do, you should let his brothers
All I
know.
heard was
If I don't see him first.
Speaking of, we're in the midst of formulating a plan to go
It
about
could have been
that.
anything. It was that.
Anybody you might know that would be able to give us aid would be greatly appreciated. We don't exactly have an army to go storming a castle at the moment.
What kind of aid are you
Have
looking
fun
for?
storming the castle.
Fighting men, maybe provisions, anything we could have would be
Looks
great.
around, you've got the best provisions you need.
Oh my gosh, is
For
he
free?
gonna sell us provisions so we can go rescue his friend?
For
Yeah.
free?
That's capitalism.
I'd be happy to buy. I'm planning on buying stuff, but is there anything you might be able to contribute on your end that would help?
He just looks at the 10 gold he gave to everybody and
Nope.
says,
But that was
That's a
our deal.
different order.
That's a totally different thing.
Yeah, well, this is already agreed upon, and we already fulfilled that. So that's part of it is already in place. This is
We
something
already
different.
killed an entire cave of goblins for you.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good start on already getting him. I'm not
roll
asking.
persuasion.
Alright,
Does he want help for future?
that's not a good word. +1.
So he leans into you again and this time he's kind of chuckling his pride. I'm a businessman.
Your brother is also
captive. You're not going to be getting a lot of business with your main man in chains now, are you?
Say it again.
He said he had other brothers.
No, Gundren has brothers.
Yes.
He's
It's
just
my
a
Warhammer.
employee from what we know.
Okay, but
Since I don't know you, I don't know your party, and you haven't given a damn to ask me my name, I'm not gonna give you free stuff.
Oh, fair
How
enough.
rude.
I saw your name tag. I don't
You said it
It
is
says,
true.
hello, my name
You
is
said it is
Nico
true.
Montoya. Bob.
He pulls his shirt down, it's like this this gnarly, like, skull cross
overlap.
thing. It's very
Does he-
sailor-esque.
Does Phil recognize that at all? Alright.
what is the name of the guy who we escorted back into town?
Sildar.
Okay,
So,
maybe we should name drop his name.
All winter?
Do you know Sildar by chance?
Not offhand.
Well, that doesn't help us a whole lot.
Oh.
Alright, what is your name, by the way? I'm Phil.
My name is Egron Tillin.
Whoa.
That
was
seems
me.
we may have gotten off on the wrong foot.
You did lie.
I was joking with him, but if he ended up buying it, I wasn't gonna roll in it.
That's like the millennial joke of the year. I was kidding.
Yeah.
It was a prank.
Egron, what now?
You peed in my car.
Oh,
What?
no, sorry. That's Elmar Barthing. ELMARBARTHEN.
Oh, he's a bartender. Alright, so Phil, or
Because he
Gundren
went to
doesn't
Barlin Supplies.
Yeah, so he's one of those.
I'm sorry, one more time.
ELMARBARTHEN.
Maybe you just ate my curry.
I can move.
Glad to meet you. I'm Phil McCracken. These are our friends. This is Falco. I don't know who else is in the building with me. Is it just
He
us two?
slowly looks around. Looks
I
back,
cough
he
and
kinda
like slightly
chuckles.
like below the counter. I'm like,
She's like
hilarious.
peeking between my legs. Like she's down here.
He's just looking at all these smaller people. Kind of chuckles.
I am not small.
Yeah, he is not small.
Yeah. He notices you could duck in, and there's just so much variety in this group. He's just kind of taking it in, kind of nodding, like,
We're a bit hot.
interesting group. Where do you come from?
Here and there.
That's
Here and there.
That's a long list. I come from the mountains. I don't remember actually where we come from.
he blacked out last night. Get in.
I mean,
He
we
grabs his own drink.
Yeah.
Phil raises his flask with him, takes one.
You said this is a big place, right?
This is the main supply store of
Okay.
Phandalin.
So I'm just like moseying and just kind of like touching things.
Okay.
Just like Rain Man, or like Monk.
I'm
Yeah.
actually gets a like
She looks
large,
like she's-
wide open shop, you know, music playing, you know.
Music playing.
Elevator music.
Live music.
You just touch my, of course. Yeah.
It's a live band.
So, what do you guys like to do?
corner.
Yeah.
Well,
Anything we
I'll
need to
shake.
buy?
I'll shake Elmar's hand and ask
He'll
him,
reach down and shake your hand. And
How tall is he?
he's a big dude. He's not a Goliath, but he's big human.
Because Phil's not short either. Like he's a dwarf, but he's a tall dwarf.
Yeah. And as dwarves have big hands, he's got a bigger hand.
It's like Terry.
He's like Terry Crews,
He's a
basically.
very like elderly but very muscular dude.
Awesome.
An old Terry Crews.
Like the blacksmith.
So I shake his hand and pleased to meet you.
no.
Do you mind if we browse your wares?
Feel for.
Alright.
Okay, real person, para speaking. I don't understand like what we need. I'm not that good at this part.
I
You
don't
know?
really know either.
Yeah.
And
Probably it would help to have a plan so we can kind of gauge what we need.
I guess I'm not really totally understanding what we're trying to get here at this situation. We're just trying to get supplies.
Well, right now we just
provision.
delivered the supplies that we had.
We don't need
And
food.
we
Just got
asked-
paid.
and we asked him if he was willing to contribute.
So everybody make sure you have your 10 gold in your inventory.
Yep.
Or your
That's
currency.
new.
Now,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
have
we
a
just got paid
battle
for our
axe?
job.
I got battle axes, weapons, that's not my thing. For that you wanna go down to the Grey Wind.
Okay.
Great wind.
Or the lion yeah, the lion shield.
Iron Shield.
Lion
You
shield.
wanna go see Grey Wind down at Lion Shield.
Gray wind. Well, since I'm not part of the negotiations, I leave to Greywind.
Whoa. Whoa.
Lunch.
Way to just leave us.
I do my own thing.
What sort of supplies do you have? Is it more potions based or armor?
I don't have potions, I don't have armor. Again, armor is down at
Do you
Lancer.
have books?
If you want potions, I think that crazy loon Ned has got some potions.
Ned.
Okay.
Is it just a single guy or is it like a shop?
Ned lives with his grandmother.
Okay, so it's like it's
He's
out of
one
our
of those
house.
millennials.
We've all known Ned. We all have a Ned in our lives.
Yeah.
He's kind of kooky, but I've heard he fixes up some
Whoa.
crazy little potion things. For me, I just have your good adventuristic stuff. Anything else you need?
All right. So I'm going up and down the
All
aisles,
your basic
browsing.
stuff you need.
Like we don't need food, so
Yeah, that's mom.
I don't know.
Do you have food?
What kind of stuff do we?
Got food.
I'm going up and down the aisles, just kind
Roll
of looking at
perception.
stuff. What do I see? Oh, that was close. Okay.
Oh, that's mine. I was like, where's my D20?
So, oh yeah, that is yours.
It's okay. I
So
don't care.
that's a 18.
18? Yeah. So you notice he's got some climbing gear, he's got rope, he's even got a couple of the med packs, basically. He's got,
What's the like bandages and stuff?
yeah,
Okay.
he's got things like that. Any basic adventuring outdoorsy stuff.
Do we need a rope, you guys?
We all
He's
have
got
lots of rope.
Everybody needs ropes.
We all have 50 feet of hemp rope.
Okay, I don't know.
cooking pots, pans, he's got stuff like that.
Do
Okay.
the med packs have like prices on them, or do I gotta go ask?
I actually need to look that up.
I'm not worried. If you want
That
one.
works.
Trying to remember.
How's that nutrition?
If you want one, I'll give you one and then we'll figure out the rest.
Well, I want to know how much gold I need to drop on it.
It's not
Whether or not I
gonna
want
be like a large amount of gold.
Okay.
He's trying to get
Is it even going to
like a good
Yeah, that's what I remember. But for the sake of time.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take one of these
Okay.
and set them up on the counter.
Yeah.
A med kit. I'll take one too.
Okay. Here it is.
So I'm guessing she comes in this store.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the store right now.
Oh, are we? I thought
Is it
some
too
of us were in
small?
it.
I
They get
like-
paid.
No,
No.
it's a big store.
Oh yeah.
They get paid. We all had to come in, and the guys, I don't know then who went
They
back.
Oh,
uploaded
right,
the
right,
wagon,
that's
so
true.
we don't have to guard it anymore. Other than someone
The
should do it with
goblin.
the goblin.
There's
Yeah.
still one cart though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone
they,
should
also, they only got one.
be
I don't
rotating
know.
through in case people want to do shopping.
I'm inside. I don't know who went back.
I'm gonna buy my med pack and thank him, and then go check on our goblin.
Good luck to you. Let me know if you find out anything about Thunder.
We'll definitely keep in contact. I'll probably be back here in not too long to discuss more. Depends on where the rest of our party wants to go, but yeah, we'll definitely keep you in the loop.
Sounds good. Good travels to you.
That's it. Thank you, sir. And I'd also go out and figured we'll
We'll
head back
reconvene
out to the cart and grab the other cart and maybe go over to the Blue Line folks.
Well, did they take the cart,
Yeah,
the
that's what I
second cart, or do we?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So
we
the
just have the single.
original cart that you guys found on the trail and loaded up with, and not found, but brought from Neverwinter.
Right.
was
So they
his
took that whole thing, and then we just have the one we found with
Yeah.
the goblin.
Okay.
We still have a cart. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
I would like to go over to look at weapons and armor.
Okay.
With
So that's
here's
gonna be
the
over
working
to the
on
Lions
combat.
Club.
Yes,
She
Lions.
hops onto my shoulder.
Okay. So we bring the other. Then if we start heading over to the Lions place, we bring the other cart with us.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold up real quick. I'll pop back in. Do you happen to know where I can get maybe a horse or a donkey or something? Or two?
Donkey.
Wait a
To
thing.
to use or to
I'm tired of carrying this.
to pull a cart.
You could probably go down to the stable.
The stable? Alright. I'm assuming I get directions from him where that's at. Maybe first thing we should do is
How much you looking to pay for that horse?
Fair value.
That's something
a fair value, yes.
Need to have these things.
Don't want to get ripped off, but yeah. But as little as possible. We're trying to keep
I
as
mean,
much
we
money
take
as we
that.
can for
We
for
take a
supplies
cow
for
even,
raiding.
just something
Sarah's
to
take Ryder
pull
with
the
you.
cart.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, we do need something.
Yes.
We haven't split
I
the
think
money.
we're all gonna go.
Yeah.
But
I'm
right now I'm
not.
just getting information.
I'm gonna hang out
Or
with
most
Cart.
of us anyway. But anyway, that's all beside the point.
You're
So
staring at
we're not looking to get
looking
ripped
for
off.
sheep.
So he's gonna
We're
say,
looking to keep as much money as we can to save for weapons and whatnot
Yeah.
for raiding.
so as a DM, I'll let you know horse is way out of your budget at this point.
Okay.
But
We walk everywhere because
yeah.
we're level 2.
A
Yeah.
miniature pony.
Elmer
He's
will,
like, you did say
For
donkey.
you.
I said
Elmer
anything
will,
but pull the cart.
Elmer will,
You get a large cat.
Could we just stash the cart somewhere? Could we like park it somewhere to have it washed and then go on
That's
merry
definitely an
way?
option. I'd still like to see what we can, like, if there's might be any alternatives so we can afford to, like, maybe a donkey or even a cow, like she said, something that we can pull it. If not, we'll definitely find a
What's the
place to
plan
store
with
it.
the goblin? Just
Yeah.
bringing him with us to.
I think we need to talk to Sildar about that because it sounded like, if I remember right, last night he said he basically hinted that he had plans for him.
Mhm.
Or if nothing else, we can figure out everything.
What if we leave it to like a farmer, like the cart,
Try to
so
sell
that
it.
he can use it, or just lease it?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
it wasn't our cart to begin with, so we just gave it to the guy.
We're
Or the-
pretty
No.
sure those people are
Not
dead.
that cart, the cart we found.
I'm pretty sure they're dead.
But
Because remember we
to the
came
other-
up, when we got attacked by the goblins, we found a cart there,
Yeah.
and we brought that
And
with
we're
us.
bringing that to the other shop because it's theirs.
Oh, right, we did find another shop. Okay, yeah, we'll put that on hold then.
What?
Yeah.
Not only in character, but out of character.
I totally forgot about that.
Out of characters. How much for the med kits?
We don't know, he's looking that up. He said it's not gonna be too much, so I just went ahead and bought them.
don't worry about make kits right now. Keep whatever you want to do. We'll continue to do, and I'll figure that out. I'm
Yeah,
trying to make
We'll just assume we picked them up and then when. Okay.
Yes.
If it was too much, you'd drop it.
Or we could just say we left it with him and he's like, I
did
don't
find
remember how
that.
much, I'll get back to you, and we can leave it with him in the meantime until he finds out.
So is everybody
we'll play
willing
like that.
to
Oh, you know.
golden shield, lion
Yeah.
shield?
I think first thing we need to do before we even go to the Lion Shield is we need to figure out what the hell we're doing with this goblin. So maybe we should find Sildar?
Yep.
Agreed?
That
So a
sounds
horse
fair.
is 50 gold.
Now that we have
John.
Well, we
Or
could.
75 gold.
I'm not convinced I want to keep dragging him around. I don't.
I
could be
don't
useful.
want.
He could be,
John.
but I think we need to at least lock him up somewhere here in town. I don't want to bring him with me.
Did you look it up?
We should. I don't want to release him either. So maybe
Alright, so it's 5 gold for a healer's kit.
5 gold. Okay, so that would be a healer's kit.
And the kit has 10 uses,
25%.
which
That's not bad.
Oh. Okay.
under equipment. I wonder if it just tells you.
It's not bad. That's half of your.
Yeah, but you get.
Yeah, there's 10
uses
uses though.
Oh. Fully
So
health.
it's
Full
So
health.
2 uses a gold piece,
Alright.
and it stabilizes people without using magic. So
So you're wanting just a workhorse to pull a cart.
That's what we want to do. Inquire about it.
Alright, so
Or a donkey.
a
if that's cheaper.
workhorse will be 50 gold, donkey or mule will be 8 gold.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah,
can
we
do a
totally
donkey.
do a donkey.
If nothing else, maybe we could just keep a donkey for like a pack animal.
Yeah.
Because there's money in the bag of holding, right? That we've
Alright,
split
so
up
we
yet.
can-
We put armor.
So
Yeah.
Barthen will pipe up and he says, I got this old mule in the back, I'll give it to you for 5 gold.
Boom, it's a med kit.
I think it's a deal.
Yeah.
I'll pitch in a gold.
5.
There's
5
probably
gold.
a reason he's giving us this donkey.
Well, hold on. Let me do some math here real quick.
Is there
We
some-
might just be
sick.
able to pitch in silvers.
is
So
there
5 gold
some
times, what is it,
If
10,
we're just
10
carrying
silver
around
per
10.
gold? Times 10. So that's 50 divided by.
The donkey
10, so
only
it's
likes
5
the
silver
head
apiece.
east.
Alright, well, if we want to do that, then that's 5 silver apiece if everyone wants to pitch in.
I will.
Yes, I will pitch in.
Sorry, I already looked.
Very out of character. I
So
will.
everybody mark off their 5 silver or whatever.
Wait. How many does it take to make a gold piece?
10.
So
So just go down. So go to your equipment.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I actually had to contribute 5 silver.
So yeah. And then.
someone will have to keep notes and let,
Yeah,
Should I just take the gold out of the bag of holding, which is our slush
Yes,
fund?
if we have funds in there, let's do that.
Our slush
Oh,
fund.
yes.
I like it.
You have a slush fund?
I keep my silver.
Yeah, we have the bag of
I
holding.
keep,
which is our
forgetting we
slush
have
fund.
group money.
Okay,
As long as you keep track of
Boom,
that.
boom diggity.
alright, I'll take it out right now. Bag of holding.
How do you get to the bag of
We
holding?
have
Why does
55
nothing-
silver pieces.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Like,
You're basically our treasurer.
Basically.
Did you take that upon yourself?
I did.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Treasure Nancy.
you
I was,
Treasure Nancy.
I was given the
That's
task.
so great.
Yes.
Alright, so
Treasure Nancy.
you guys buy a mule?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you can use my
Can we name
computer
him?
again if you need to.
Wait, is it a girl or a boy?
How many silver pieces?
Roll perception check.
Ask the mule.
Naming them?
We gotta name them. Yeah, there you
What
go.
does the mule
No, you
identify
rolled
as?
two. Okay. I was gonna try to help.
The next one up.
Does it have a dinghy?
I did
It's
not
just
know.
not 10.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's nice because in this land everything is by
Six.
day.
That's a 9.
9
Which makes it
plus.
Well, then I rolled a 20, which doesn't count.
Um,
It's a magical unicorn.
what was it? Perception.
Well, if you're helping her, just give her advantage so she rolled twice.
What's a mess?
Plus 2,
Plus
so
It's a
it's
magical
11.
unicorn.
Alright, it's a
left
male.
in
It's a male.
flesh.
It's a grumpy old male.
I
Can we
vote
name
Frankie.
him Larry?
I like
You can
Larry.
name him whatever you want.
Larry the doggy.
Larry.
He doesn't seem like he used to be.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
1 second.
Donkey. We should just name him Donkey.
Yeah, donkey.
Donkey.
Yeah, because then we can say it like that. Donkey.
Donkey.
His name's
So
Donkey.
I think now that we've got, so we're gonna hook up Larry the donkey to the cart. Phil's gonna start strapping him into
And
there.
he just did.
He like tries to nip you a couple times.
Oh, things a fiery one, alright.
Does our
Do we
purple
Easy
have any
there,
carrots?
Easy, easy.
Do I have food in my provision, so I'll just like
No, no,
give
ask
him
the
like a
fur
carrot
ball.
or something.
For poop.
Oh yeah.
She's
Oh, never mind.
She's
Okay.
for Bob.
So we're gonna ask. I'm gonna ask our furball friend. Do you have any carrots or anything? Or an apple?
the furball.
Yeah.
She's probably got some snacks or whatever.
So I'll take it and feed it to him, and like kind of stroke his neck.
Okay.
He got carrots in front of his face.
Let him smell me.
4 backpacks, 4 bedrolls, 4 messages.
Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, you guys got him hooked up. So
Okay.
what do you want to do?
So I think we need to go take care of this goblin. Yeah. Go find Sildar.
Yep.
So we're gonna go. I don't remember. Did Sildar say where he was? Where he was going last night?
He's a ninja.
So you guys have a cart full of supplies?
Well, we have our goblin in the cart,
Okay.
and just we're bringing the cart with us because we don't want to carry the goblin on our shoulder.
Look at that rolly roll.
So we're looking for Sildar with cart and tow because he's got the goblin.
Okay. But you remember you have a cart full of supplies still.
Yes,
Okay.
it's in that cart.
Alright,
the goblin's in that cart.
So you happen to see Sildar, and you guys are finally get this.
We see him?
Finally get
We're looking for
Finally
him.
got him. We found him.
He's kind of pacing through the center. He sees you and runs up to you. Good morning, fellas.
Morning, Sildar. How'd you sleep last night?
You know me. I got a little bit of wink, but I got stuff to do.
Good deal. He's the human captive that we rescued from the goblins.
Right,
And
right, thank you.
he knew Gundar. He was with them when they got captured, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what you guys up to this morning?
So we're actually looking for you. Glad we found you.
Well, you found me. What can I do for you?
So basically, we're trying to figure out what the hell to do with this ugly bastard back here. Do you have any
My
ideas?
suggestion is to kill the fucker.
As much as I would love to, I think he's still of use to us if we want to get Gundar back. So, do you know of anywhere we can stash him for now, so that we can keep him secure while we're not? So that way we don't have to keep him lugging around everywhere we go.
I don't know this town offhand very well, but I'm heading down to the town hall to go ask some questions myself. So you're welcome. I'm sure he will have an idea of if there's a place to stash him.
By he, I'm assuming you mean Harbin.
Yep.
Mr. Wesson.
Yep.
I don't know if I like that very much either.
No sheriff's office, no, constable that you can
Not that I know of. But I'm sure, as the town master, he can point us in the right direction.
I forget, was Sildar associated with like any kind of group or anything like that?
What was his association?
Yeah,
Doesn't he
was he just a buddy of Gundar or what? Like he seems all flippant all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't have this stuff here. Sildar was part of a group. I forget the name of the group.
Alright,
But it
we'll
was
just
a
assume
group
that
from
he remembers.
Neverwinter.
We'll call it Group X for now.
But from Neverwinter, he might not know what this town is.
Yeah, he's never been to this town, so.
Okay. So that group you were a part of from Neverwinter, do you guys have like any kind of central location, like a clubhouse or anything like that?
Not here, no.
I know not here, but like anywhere. Where is maybe Neverwinter?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe that might not be a good place to stash them if we don't find anything here.
Back to Neverwinter?
I'm gonna
At some point.
lean in silent, a little bit quietly, and be like, we could try and find the sister and see if she has a place to hold him.
Alright, worth looking into.
That's worth it, yeah.
You want to come with us to talk to the sister friend of ours?
Sure.
Right,
Sounds like we're all heading in the same direction, trying to find the same stuff, so.
Alright, we'll do that then. So we'll start walking to find your friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is what direction?
It's kind of right out front of the inn.
So, how about this, I don't wanna scare her off with how many of us there are and the fact
I was
that we
gonna
have
say
about
I would like you to run point. You've already established contact with me.
So, how about you guys head towards the city square since you're already gonna go talk to him?
I still wanted to go get look at weapons and stuff.
Yeah, let's
And we-
maybe we'll all convene at the Lion Shield.
I will go with you.
Okay, great, so you're gonna go that direction
Yep.
towards the lion shield?
We'll meet there. We'll bring the cart with us.
To Lion Shield.
Where was
I'm gonna
that?
tag along with.
So we're splitting into 3 different groups?
I'm wondering if it might be smart to go talk to the lions, the Blue Lion people first, just in case they see us lugging their cart around. They're like, "What the hell?" Like, I'd rather let them know, fill them in, so that we're not getting accused of theft.
Well, whoever's bringing the cart should go there, and then we need to bring the captive to the
Wait, why are we
church.
still
Well-
not the supply part? I thought
So
we
we have
did.
2
We had
supply
two.
carts.
We found that one where
Right,
we got attacked.
right. But wouldn't they have the blue? Oh, because the one that we have is the one with the shield on it.
The Blue Lion,
Yeah.
yeah.
I really thought that we had
So,
dealt with that already.
I kind of
Yeah,
don't
me
want to
too.
get rid of the cart yet, as long as we've got this goblin, because it's, it's kind of keeping trouble off our back. Rather than parading a goblin around town in the open, it's making things simpler right now to keep him in the cart. So I'm wondering if maybe we could talk to them and work something out that, we want to give it back, but for now we've got a goblin captive in there. We kind of need him hidden.
We need to hold on to the cart for just a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
just a little bit longer.
Is it possible to put a person in a bag of holding?
No,
I don't think
They
so. No.
suffocate.
They'll
Yeah.
go into a different plane of existence and die and suffocate.
Wait, so we have
Yeah, that's a real question.
What you
I
doing
asked
over
that
ass?
question.
Could be alive or dead.
Yeah.
Oxygen.
It's a Schrodinger's
This
cat
question has been
situation.
asked before.
Send him with a scuba tank.
Well, now, like,
So maybe that might not be the smartest way to go about it. What do you guys think
I think that's why we went.
before we split up? That's you two as well.
What on what?
So are you
We're trying to figure out whether or not we should go establish contact with the people at the Blue Lion to see.
Who's got the best charisma?
Nobody's
Whatever.
Oh,
Well, the
Dread.
person's that's not here, I think.
nobody's come and looked for their cart yet.
Nobody
Right,
likes
but
me.
I'm worried
wanna go
that
drinking.
somebody is going to see us with the cart and recognize that that's theirs, and I don't want to get a misunderstanding. Just explain our situation and let them know that we're going to bring it back, but we need it for a little bit longer.
Could we cover up the logo until we're ready?
Paint
Maybe.
it.
Do we have any covering?
I mean,
Well,
I have my
then we're
disguise
actively
kit.
stealing.
Can I,
It's commentating.
Did anybody take a painter's kit?
well, how obvious is the
The insignia.
The shield is like
The
a
shield.
wooden shield, kind
Is
of
it-
like.
How big is it?
is it on
Let's
like
just go tell them.
everything or
Yeah,
I think we should
is it
just
just
talk to
on?
them.
I think that would be the best way.
Let's just bring the cart, bring the goblin to the Blue Shield,
Alright.
trade it in.
What
and
were
then
you gonna say,
see-
Whisper?
Well, I was trying to ask
Trade it
if the logo is only in like one place or
It's
like
on each side.
on each side. I have wolf pelts. Could we drape it over?
There you go. Now she's thinking.
It could be. There's no other things about it that might tip them off, right? I mean, it's a pretty normal looking cart.
If we're trying to buy time before we go take care of that,
Yeah.
I've got.
Because if
I-
we talk to them,
I
there is
have
a
to
chance
do
they're
it
like, I
yourself.
want it back now. So
Which is really fine because we can still use the donkey and use them as a pack mule.
Yeah, but I'd rather not keep the goblin out where people can see him. I think,
Until we
feel
have
like
a
that's
place
gonna
to
bring
hide it.
headache.
That's
That's
a
true.
cloak over.
Unless they have a cellar we can throw in.
Yeah,
have a
that would be
cellar.
great, but we also would be trusting them to keep a good enough eye on him to not
And
escape.
not escape or kill him.
Or kill him, or him kill them.
When we do discuss this with the people at the Blue Shield Lion peoples,
Lion
can we?
Shield.
Yes, Lion Shield. Can we ask and discuss a finder's fee since we?
I fully plan on it.
Okay. Since we just brought it back.
But for now,
the
I
goodness
like
of our
Whisper's suggestion, maybe just drape the wolf pelts over
heart.
the insignias or tack them on so that it covers that. That way we can still have use of it and not worry about getting accused of it.
I would think that the wolf pelts would be big enough to be able to drape over,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
over the
especially
side.
considering it, he said it was like that.
Yeah. Is that what
It's
you'd
small.
like to do?
That's what I'd like to do.
I'll say
Like
you guys
to
can
disguise-
drape. I know you have 3 wolf belts, so you
I
can
have
drape
2
one on
and
each
then
side.
somebody else has
And we
the
also
third.
have another
They
one.
gave you the one that they skinned while you were gone.
There might be,
FYI.
is there
I-
4 pelts out there?
I have one in the bag of holding.
There's one in the bag of holding
Oh,
and I
that's-
have 2 on
yeah.
me.
Yep.
So.
Sounds good. So you guys successfully drape a wolf belt. I mean, it's not like cured and tanned and stuff, so
It's gonna be a little
nasty
gross.
on one side, but the other side is not really.
Alright, so I guess,
Let's go hide this goblin. Let's go meet up with the
Yeah.
nun at the assuming church.
do you want anyone else with you or just by yourself?
I'll take one
If it's
person
gross
with me.
side up,
The
it
fur
will dry
ball.
out.
Okay,
That'll probably draw
are
it.
you down with that?
Do you want to come with me
Where are you going?
to go meet the sister?
To find out if she might have any idea what we can do with this goblin.
I was thinking about looking for
Okay,
weapons, but I don't really care where I go.
I
so
just need
I'm
one.
not desperate
I'll
for
take
anything.
one volunteer, or I'll go by myself.
Okay.
Does,
I'll go with it.
Okay.
okay.
I'm not desperate for anything.
I was gonna say I could, if she needs like anybody for protection or anything like that, but I
Who all's going to
Who's
look
on what?
for
Armor.
Are you looking for armor or weapons?
So,
or?
everybody that's not talking to the nun, we're all meeting up at the Lion Shield to look for armor and see what they got for weapons and stuff, and we're bringing the cart there.
Then can I just request that somebody look out for a longbow for me?
She's got the best
Well,
perception.
I have a longbow right now, right? Hold on.
You don't have one though? You got a crossbow.
Mine's a
a crossbow.
short bow.
Oh, short.
I think you guys, someone picked a long,
I've got one.
Yeah, you've got the
But I'm
longbow.
keeping that.
Alright, so I'm gonna go with you
Actually-
guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes, I will look for one, because I'm looking for one.
So Ryder and Frogo.
So we'll say that I temporarily gave you my money
Yes, to buy one.
to buy one if you find one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you wanna sell your short bow to offset the cost maybe?
If there's one available,
Right, that would only happen
Like,
if we
easy.
found a longbow for
yeah.
you.
Are you proficient with longbow?
Oh, I guess I know.
Does that matter?
How would we
Does-
find that out, John?
Yeah, how would we?
You look in your proficiencies and it'll tell you.
Or try to add it to your character and it'll say, like, well,
It's
yeah.
just easier to look at your proficiency.
Yeah.
True,
Yeah,
very
sure,
true.
I'll see if I
Is
can
it
find
considered
it.
as, well, cause
Yeah.
the reason
I
I'm
can't read
asking
my
is
thing.
because
I'll see
like
if I can
under
find it.
proficiencies it just says martial weapons and simple weapons,
It
so
might
does it
not-
fall under those
I think
categories?
Simple
I
weapons
think I am
is
short
light
It
bow.
might not
Oh,
show.
I'm
so I'm not even
proficient
proficient with this
crossbow.
longbow.
Give me.
So you can
or-
use it, but you won't get your bonus.
Yeah, so
Your
Oh yeah,
attack
okay,
bonus.
my modifier.
Now that I put my fingerprints all over it.
I guess that's what I would be looking for.
There it is.
So actually, if you're proficient in longbow, I'll just trade you the bows because I've got a longbow from Munich
I don't know
that we
if she
took
is.
from Longbow.
She,
I might not be
Trisha,
that.
you are proficient in clubs, daggers, dart, javelin, mace, quarterstaff, scimitar, sickle, sling, and spear.
Yeah,
no
not
bows.
seeing it.
Do we have anybody that's
Except
proficient in
for
longbow other than
I am.
Shelby?
No, mine's actually
I
a
am.
crossbow.
I
so
thought that-
That's what I'm gonna look for.
I thought
Sorry.
she
I
had-
thought that my short bow
I
I
know.
am.
Just so you know.
Oh,
At
you
least
are?
how we did my character.
And you got that crossbow, right?
I
Well, not
I'm looking for a crossbow. I have a short bow right now.
You have the light crossbow.
I have, yeah, that I'm using. Yeah, the mace and the light crossbow.
Okay, so Furbolg and Ryder, you guys go up to Sister Garelli.
Great.
Garelli.
Is she?
If I'm not proficient with it,
Is
then
she
I'll-
there?
Yeah, I was gonna trade you for
Yeah,
that.
she's hanging out at the, she's praying. Hanging out.
Alright, so we're all gonna meet up.
I'm going to
Still say
walk up
maybe
quietly next to her and Hello, sister.
Did you have a good night?
It was a well-rested sleep, thank you, and yourself?
It was peaceful, thank you.
No red robbers tonight? This evening? Last evening?
Not that I saw of. But they're around, I know.
I'm glad to hear it. Sister, I have a question for you.
Of course.
We are in need of assistance, my fellow travelers and I, a group.
What kind of a group? And what kind of assistance?
We are a group of people who are banded together by one single cause, and it is that our friend has been captured by goblins.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We are seeking to put together a band to rescue him with any able-bodied people who would be willing to join us. However, we came across a goblin in the caves not far outside of this town and have carried him with us. And we would like a place of safekeeping for him where he will not be dispatched or escape while
Place
we're
of
on.
safekeeping for a dog. You're asking about some kind of cell or jail then?
Could you think of a place or a group of people who hold such a goblin?
I haven't been there, but I've heard that the town hall has some type of jail cell.
Would that be a place that the goblin would not be harmed while we were gone for a couple of days?
I can't say for sure, I don't know. You'll have to go talk to them. The town master.
Very well. Is there anyone in town who you know who might join our cause?
We're pretty simple folk around here. I know there's a druid that passes around. He doesn't stay in one place too long. But if you run into him, I'm sure he knows you a bit.
What's this druid's name, sister?
Trying to remember the druid's name.
And how would we
She
find
doesn't
him?
know his name.
Okay. Do you know how we would find him or what he looks like?
I know he was headed up to the ruins. To the well.
It's their senior ball time.
Old Owl Well, I believe is when he's hanging out.
Old Owl Well?
He's been seen over there. He likes to travel around a bit. So he's kind of a free spirit, but if you run into him, I'm sure he'd be able to assist you in some way.
Thank you, sister. I appreciate the help that you've given me.
You're welcome. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you guys are able to accomplish what you set out to do.
I'd like to go back to the lion shield.
Do we want to let her know that we plan on helping her with her ruffian issue?
No.
Okay. Okay, so we're all meeting up at the Lion Shield then.
So, can we pause for just a second? Trisha.
I do want the
The longbow, you have to be proficient in martial weapons to use a longbow.
Do you use
Oh,
So
so-
I can use a longbow.
So I can't.
I can.
I
can
can.
as well.
Yeah.
So that means I can as well.
What? Really?
Wait, so what did you say the
Can
proficiency
not anyone
was
just
for
use
longbow?
weapons?
If you have a general martial weapons, or it specifically says you can use a longbow.
Like mine specifically says long.
So how
Okay.
would I figure that
Mine
out?
is mine says martial weapons and something.
And that depends on your
so I
race.
think that would be proficient.
Your race
Yeah.
and class. Because
And you get proficiencies on yours. Is he helping you? Okay.
being a cleric allows you to use, at least that's what my thing is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a cleric allows you to use martial and simple, so apparently as part of your training as a cleric is to wield
I know
certain
John
weapons.
likes that with the
Mine actually says
short bow 'cause
weapons.
it's
Oh, it says longbow.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying. Mine
have-
actually
I
specifically
have a
says
longbow.
You have a longbow?
I have a longbow.
Don't get your
Well, do you actually have it, or is it just in your
So
inventory?
can anyone
I
use
thought we
anything
might
you
have
just
it.
don't
Well,
Your
set
inventory
your
list
bonus
also
to?
isn't jacked up there.
I know, I just fixed it.
Okay. We should go into. You might not actually have it. We should go into.
So for example,
I wanna buy a longbow.
Oh wait. What?
Like I got rid of John.
So the rest of
Give me
you
just-
would like to go to,
I want a longbow.
Is this for your?
Yeah, we're going
for
to-
barbarian?
for
Yeah,
example,
barbarians starting.
Yeah, is that where we're headed?
Yes.
So he
Yay,
has
I want a longbow.
short bow, so that's
okay,
what I think.
what would you guys like to do?
That
Are
makes
we
sense.
actually going there, or are we
It's
waiting
in
to
aware
them
of
to
it,
do
right?
first?
No,
No, I mean
Right.
for you and
Yeah.
timing. Like
Yeah.
should we?
No, they're done.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, so I just put the longbow in here just.
I'm I'm ready.
So
Okay.
it's basically the exact same thing.
I'll
So I
stay in
kinda
the cart
showed
first with the
Andy
goblin
some
while you
stuff
guys want
about
to do
it.
some shopping if you want.
That's why yours is.
Well,
I did.
I heard you.
I,
And acknowledge
I
it.
just wanted to make sure.
Because
that
that's
I got
like
that
on there. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
we're
on
all
here.
going into the shield
Where you
place.
go in and you go in and click what.
I don't remember what I need.
and we're gonna talk to
So like,
When
I peek my head in.
like I do now understand the long draw.
Okay, I guess since they're not ready, one of them will stay out.
So is Lion Shield a like open blacksmith type place, or is it a building like a store we go
It's
into?
a shop, isn't it?
That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
your
Shop.
speed should, like if you.
Alright,
go in
so
and click something
everybody's-
wearing
I do
armor,
want
your
one,
speed should go
Okay.
down.
Everybody's going to Line Shield.
Yes. So John, is it like an open area like a blacksmith, or is it like a shop? So we
Alright,
go.
so you guys head back down the road. You guys pass the inn on the left. You guys keep going down the road, following Anarion, who saw the shield in the door. You guys enter the shop. There's a very kind of like ornate shield imprinted, kind of like carved into the door.
Oh, is
So
that?
it's like an
Sorry.
inset. You guys enter in. It's kind of like it's not brightly lit, but there's light. The store seems like it's mostly empty. There's not much around. And you hear a voice in the back, hello?
Is so the shield is out with the blue line on. Is that the same place as the lion shield?
It's the same insignia that you have on your cart.
That's where I'm confused.
Oh, yeah, we weren't going to the blue line, we're going to the lion shield.
Which was supposed to be for weapons,
Yeah,
right?
the
Same
shop.
place.
Oh, it is?
That's what I was,
Oh!
that's what I was just asking.
Okay, yeah, that's where I thought they were two different places.
Okay, me too.
So do we,
that makes a lot of
Do
sense.
we want to
maybe
deal
we
with
don't
that?
want to go here first.
Well, I'm already here because I left.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
not?
I guess why
Because
why
we still
can't
need
we?
the cart until we figure out what to do with the goblin.
Right.
We've
we
covered
can-
up the cart. So
Well,
right,
she got
Yeah.
some information.
And I'm coming back to you now with the information,
cool.
which is gonna give us, so now
Yeah.
our choices have narrowed to literally the
Okay,
town.
so you've already
Okay.
met up with us.
I am walking up to you directly.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
So
Do
we
you
walk
catch
to,
us before we go in the shop?
we walk up to the dusty road and I don't know timing wise, would I catch them before they walk into the shop? Ian?
We could just say we all waited for you at the cart.
That's a better idea.
Because we saw you were walking slowly behind us, and
We
we were
waited for
driving
you.
a cart. We got the donkeys.
Yeah, we
tied
took our
to
time
Hudson.
getting there, and then, yeah, we just waited for you.
Okay, so then I'd like to share that what the sisters told me, that there is very little, the town is a simple town, and there's not very many people around who would be willing to just hold on to a goblin, but we do have the town hall, and that's where there is a cellar with some jail cells. So we would have to talk to the town keeper, who we think might be shady.
Yeah, that's the only hang up I have about that is that we know this governor is corrupt. Do we want to trust him with it? With this captive to not slit his throat?
Okay.
At this point, Sildar speaks up as, I'm going to speak with him anyway, and if he's not in the rights, I'm straightening him up or I'm kicking him out.
Fair enough. I'm on board with that. Let's do that.
Great news.
So, do you want to go speak to him by yourself, or do you want to wait for us? We're gonna do a bit of shopping in this place real quick, and then we're gonna probably head there next.
And we'll back you up.
I can wait
will
for
back
if
you
you
up.
like.
Alright, we'll do that.
He's actually gonna go and shop with you.
Okay. So who wants to take first round with the
Should we
goblin?
just-
Well, actually, do you? And I turn to Honorian. Do you want to do your whatever voodoo you did to make him straighten out before?
The goblin.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not under effect anymore, is it?
No, we had a
Long rest.
Oh, we long rested, right?
Also, I'd like to tell them about the fact that I hear that there's a druid walking around these parts. And they may or may not want to join our cause, so we have to keep our eyes open. What was the name
Definitely.
of the well?
Old Owl Well
Old
is
Owl- Old
one
Owl-
area that he's been seeing.
Question,
Old Owl
John.
Well.
So I'll let you ask your question.
Question, does it use a spell slot if I use a spell outside of combat?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If the spell uses a spell slot instead of cantrip.
Well, then I was also thinking of using a spell slot. Now I'll stay and watch the goblin, but I'll also use command and say stay.
You have command?
You use yours.
Yeah.
Please.
I gotta roll against it, right?
Do we want to say stay or obey?
So you speak a
Saving.
no.
Oh yeah, you got
stay.
your cards.
Saving throw.
You speak a one-word command a creature, and you see within range. The target
Obey
must
could
succeed
be
a
better,
wisdom
actually.
saving throw.
So point of note outside of the game, if we did use a command just said obey as the command, would that make it so like we could
can
kind of
say
open
more
it up
than
to
one
more than one thing?
It would depend.
It's up to your
Because
discretion.
then you can
Yeah.
say.
You could
So,
say obey me, and
What's
then
your wisdom saving throw?
and then
My
for as long
wisdom
as you
saving throw is a +3.
I mean, you don't have to roll, right? I have to roll to save.
That's how I'm reading it.
Yeah, he rolled a 19, so he saved.
damn it. Maybe you should
All
try
right.
to.
No effective. Doesn't understand language.
Still,
okay.
still,
So I have intimidation.
All right. So it does not.
Can I just knock him out, maybe?
So you walk up to him and
Go anywhere but you
and,
haven't tried up.
try and command him, and he
Yeah.
just
I don't know how slippery he is. He might
Pissed
be able
off
to
at
get out
you.
of that.
Got it. All right.
I'll say
Just
curses
sit on
at you
him.
and goblin.
Yeah, we could do that. You want? Should we just post a watch with him?
I'll stay
I'll
with him.
stick
I'll
with him.
volunteer.
I'll stay with
Okay.
him since it didn't work. So
I'll come back out and relieve
So
you
you
as soon
both
as
sit
I'm
down.
here.
Phil, sit on him.
I plan to.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
All right, we're gonna go into the shop.
Okay, you guys enter the shop. You got, who's staying with the goblin?
Yep.
Okay. Falcor and Ryder are staying with the goblin.
Yep.
I
You guys enter the
unfortunately
shop.
go in the shop.
Again, you hear a female voice from the back. Hello?
Good morning.
Weren't you staying with the goblin?
No, they're staying with the goblin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
come
okay,
out and
never mind.
relieve them as soon as I'm done.
Okay, you do your thing. You do
She
your
answers,
talking.
good morning, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm open. So we're looking for supplies. I'm Phil, by the way.
What kind of supplies?
So
You see a head peek out. Like there's some rows of like racks and stuff that are just mostly empty. She just kind of peeks out to where she can see you.
okay. I wave to her. What do we want? I'm looking for. Do you have any kind? I'm just wanting to browse your armor and weapons, maybe. I don't need anything pointed out specifically. Just kind of want to see what you have, and maybe anything that might pique my interest.
She kind of steps into where you guys can see each other fully. What kind of weapons and armor? I'm mostly cleaned out.
All right. Well, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to see what you got as of now. So I'll just start browsing, if that's all right.
Okay.
I don't know how to ask. I don't know how to ask for
I'm
medium
asking.
armor. That's
I'm
20
asking
pounds.
her.
So you walk.
Just
Okay.
ask her.
I'm gonna
Thurwald
walk.
walks up.
I'm gonna walk up.
armor that won't make me so noisy.
I'll.
So as you walk up, her eyebrows kind of.
Okay.
She's not used to seeing Furwell, but she kind of like.
What the hell?
She's intrigued. She likes it.
So.
She smiles and says, "How can I help you, dear?"
What time of day is it?
I think
It's morning.
Morning. Okay, so I'll just say, good morning. I was just interested if you had any longbows around here.
I've been getting hit pretty hard by the Ribbon Ruffians, but I might have a few things in the back.
I'll
I
second that.
would really appreciate it.
So she's starting to notice like a large group coming in. At first,
Wary.
she's very wary because she's been getting hit by these
Phil
Ribbon
perks
Ruffians.
up when he hears her drop the name Red Head Ruffians and
Ribbon.
or Red Brand, and I stop browsing and come back to want to talk to her about that as soon as she's done.
But
What's
her
her name?
ease is relaxed a little bit because none of you are wearing the red capes. So
Oh, cool.
she realizes that you're probably not part of the Red Brand Ruffian, and she's gonna acknowledge that you're looking for a longbow, and she says, "I might have some stuff in the back." You said you're looking for a longbow.
Yes,
I can live for that.
I'd really
What's anybody
appreciate
else looking for?
I'm looking for a crossbow if you have one.
A big one or a small one? And she kind of chuckles.
Like, small one.
As big as you've got.
DM question. So I didn't realize there was 2 different types. Like,
There's a heavy crossbow and a light crossbow.
What she said about the
and-
dream, the
okay.
old owl what?
You're
so
gonna.
my specialty, my proficiency, it
Where
wouldn't
does it
matter
do
if
that?
it
The
just
old
says
owl what?
crossbow. So it doesn't
The
matter
well.
what it.
Old owl well.
Really?
Yeah,
Should
it's
say
the
light
last
crossbow.
place that it was.
No, it just says crossbow and proficiencies.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, it says crossbow and longsword, rapier, blah blah blah. Anyway, but it just says crossbow.
Then I'll make the ruling that you can handle a heavy crossbow.
Okay, cool. I would take either if you have either.
The only difference is one's two-handed, one's not.
Yeah.
So just
Okay.
So light-handed
I don't think we're not
wield
gonna-
and
Yeah, we're gonna
heavy
keep it.
crossbow.
Come back and be like,
I think I might have something in the back. she's like starting to make notes, realizing they were all gonna out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She looks over to this peppy.
You have a kind face. So, my name's Naria.
You shouldn't have gone in yet.
Hello.
We should have talked about
What's
it
your
first.
name?
What did I get proficient?
Well,
My name is
we'll roll
Lenny
with it.
Grayley.
We'll come back.
And aren't
and
you a
just be like,
peppy one?
We found this.
I tried.
So early in the morning, so you
just
wanna
got
know
here now.
I might be.
Play it like it was behind us. Like it was on its
And
way.
it's what? It's livid?
Linene, Greywind.
Good lord.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Gray. Gray. Oh, she's also a Gray?
Linene, Greywind.
Wait, I already wrote down Greywind somewhere.
I think I gave you the wrong name before.
Oh, you wrote Greywind. You said Greywind at Lion Shield. Okay.
Oh my lord.
Okay. Yay!
Exactly. So
Yeah,
you
you're the
can-
Greywind we're looking for.
Yes.
I am.
Yes.
You're looking for me.
That's what
She suddenly kind of like is. You're looking for me.
Oh, somebody already told us to come here, and they said your name. So you're the right
Who was
person.
that?
I don't remember.
What's her name?
It's
Because I would have been listening. To
Lynn.
this.
I don't remember I don't know how to pronounce first.
Liney Greywind.
They just said
Oh, Lenny.
Greywind. They said Greywind.
Lion Shield Coaster.
Somebody said Greywind at Lion Shield.
I have written Lion Shield Coaster. Deliver package.
You
Owner
guys have
package.
your names so messed up.
They're
Well,
hard.
there's a lot of people talking when you're doing this.
Yeah,
so
I know.
like we're trying to like decipher
So
through
this
all
is
the
where
things.
another is when people are talking, try and keep stuff down.
Right.
I also am the worst speller ever.
That's why I spelled it out for you. Her
Well,
name
even when you spell it, you have to be like L.
L-I-N. I feel like that
E-N-E.
kid's toy that's like L-I-E.
Discover.
Yeah.
Lenine.
Lenine. Yeah, we'll go with Lenine.
So what is the correct name of the place? Lion Shield what?
Lion Shield Coaster.
Yeah, so that's what I
It's her
have.
store.
That's what I've written down.
That's
Lion
why you
Shield
wrote.
Coaster.
That's why you wrote coaster.
Yeah. Okay, so I have deliver
Anyway.
package. What?
Anyway, I was still talking.
Yeah.
Let me finish. And I said, I don't remember what it's called, but I'm looking for something that's not so noisy and light. Or medium.
She looks at this dwarf like,
She's
She's
an
not a
elf.
dwarf. I'm an elf. The elf
Oh, that's
talking.
right. Yeah,
no,
you're an
the
elf.
elf.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I want something that's like medium armor that's not so noisy.
You are so cool.
she comes
I love her character so much.
she thinks, she says, I have light armor, but I don't think I have wide, medium, or heavy armor. That's gonna be something a bit out of my stock right now.
Okay. Ready? Can I see what you have that's light armor?
I've got light armor, of course. I've got a few stuffed in the back.
I can come with you. No. Kidding.
She writes a note real quick.
I'll wait here.
Okay. Anything else?
So if she's not heading back right away, I noticed I couldn't help but overhear you say the Red Run Ruffians. Have you been having trouble with them?
All of Phandalin is.
Right.
Are you new? I expect you're new. I haven't
We
seen
are
your
new.
face.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. We are just rolling into town. We're passing through more or less, and we keep hearing about these little turd bags.
Yeah.
So,
Little fuckers.
what
Tell me how you really
they give you
feel.
specifically trouble.
They steal all my shit.
They steal it.
Yes. They come in here, take what they want, rough me up every now and then. Of course, I bought a few.
Right. I like you. I like offer her my flask.
She takes it and like tells us half of it. She's not playing.
Holy shite! Right. I really like her. So I cheers with her and take a few nips. So just between you and I, she is her character.
That's what I love about it.
Should I open it? It's an excuse.
So
She's not even just like
no, she's just
Don't open it. Don't open it.
She's just hot.
so between you and I, the more I find out about these guys, the more they piss me off. I'd really like to give them what I think of them.
overheating.
Do you know where they might be residing currently?
I know they always hang out at that tavern.
And what tavern would that be?
Wait, no, only nice people say that stuff.
The
Because we could totally take their crap.
That's what I was thinking. We'll loot the piss out of these assholes.
I know they hang out at the Sleeping Giant all the time, getting
Sleeping
drunk.
Giant. Oh, I have that written down already. Okay. Well, she wrote it. The Sleeping Giant, alright.
Yep.
Do you know anything else about them that might help with my delivery of my message to them? And as I say that, I'm like patting my axe.
I know there's a bunch of lowlifes that just like to rough up everybody in town and take their money.
That's what it sounds like.
Like she turned into a bride.
Accents are gonna be hard. I'm not used to doing
Well,
this.
she did just drink half of my
That's
stuff,
true.
so she's like all busted up and like she's
And you're talking about the people that
That
come in
piss
and
her
rob
off,
her.
yeah.
So.
That's true.
So you say you're gonna go take care of him?
Well, I would certainly like to.
Well, I'd like to say I can help you, but it might be willing to knock out a couple coppers before you go.
I greatly appreciate that. So, assuming we do take care of them, is there anything that you would like us to look out for a party?
Oh, remind us.
Does your stuff all have your emblem on it? I couldn't help noticing your emblem outside.
Maybe we're getting
My stuff isn't marked really. There might be a
That's
shield
the
or
negative.
two, but if you take care of them for me, you can keep the rest.
Really? Well,
Whatever they have, I mean, it's stolen. I would just consider it a favor
You've
for
already got the
my
insurance from
business
it.
back to normal.
Well, I greatly, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Well,
I have shipments coming all the time, and they just come in and steal when they know it comes in.
they steal it before we even get to see it.
There's been a couple stolen before then. I've had one that hasn't shown up yet, but usually they just come in, they wait till I stock it, it looks all nice, and then they come and steal it.
How rude.
That is quite douchey, if I might say so myself. Pardon my language.
She laughs and says, "Fuckers."
No pardon me then. All right. Well, I feel like you and I are gonna have lots more conversations in the future. Hopefully, with less stress after this. So yeah, I go back to browse, and then after I've let her know that we plan on giving them a piece of our mind.
Okay. Does anyone else want to talk to her or request anything?
Is there any way I can like upgrade my axe? The axe?
What do you mean by upgrade?
Well, out of
Do you
character.
want a new one or a better one?
A better one.
Meaning a new axe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind?
I don't know. I'm looking in here and I see like a great axe +1.
I don't have any magical items.
No magical items.
I think there are weapons that are non-magical that can have those +1s.
Yeah. But she doesn't have that kind of stuff.
Okay.
She's been wiped out. And she
Okay,
just
so
has
these
pretty
guys
stuff.
have
She just
all
has
our crap.
stuff.
Yeah.
She just
I'm
has
getting
stuff.
more
stuff.
excited about these assholes.
Whatever's left in the back, kind of.
And who wants a longbow?
She does.
That was me.
Alright,
She's
so
already-
for the sake of time, let's
Gina
go
does too,
through.
technically.
So I'm gonna ask her how much I'm looking for some hand axes. Does she have any of those?
Yep.
It came in my
Okay.
equipment.
Where is it? Hand axe. That'll be 5 gold pieces.
Since I already asked.
Per hand axe? Oh,
Per
that's
hand
yours.
axe.
You can ask,
I don't
you
know
can
what
ask
it's
Regina
doing.
if she wants to.
I thought
Yeah,
it
if you
was
just want to
mine.
say like what she doesn't have now for time.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
mind.
She'll give you a hand axe for 4 gold pieces.
Cool, nice.
Oh, 'cause she
I'll-
likes you.
Where is my phone?
I don't know.
Bear with me.
Right there.
I've gotta find my phone.
I just saw it.
So I don't remember how much money I have.
Alright, anybody else who wants what? You wanted a
A crossbow,
heavy
light,
crossbow?
light
I'm
or
calling her
heavy,
right now.
whatever she has.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I look for?
Under my food.
A list of light armor, like how good it
Den's.
is.
Yeah.
Just go in the
So a heavy crossbow is gonna be 50 gold pieces.
Because then.
A
Okay.
light crossbow is gonna be 25 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you.
She'll give it to you for 2 under.
2 under, so 20,
58 or 23.
23. I don't think I have enough.
Does she have any
how-
scimitars?
Keep in mind there's a bag of holding stuff.
Okay.
How about I show you my
how much
crossbow
would you-
if she has a longbow?
How
You
much
have a
would
light
you
crossbow, right?
take for a short
I have
bow?
a crossbow.
A short bow?
I want a
Well,
longbow.
keep in mind what she's telling you.
Okay,
Well,
so
you-
if you buy my crossbow off of me, I want to buy a longbow. So then I'll take that. I'll take the money you give me and I'll buy a longbow with it.
Okay, but there has to be enough longbows. because
Yeah,
she wants.
well, that's
longbows.
like
I
the
asked
question.
first.
Yes,
Okay.
I
She
know.
got,
And that's
she got
the
a
question.
couple longbows.
Okay.
Unless
So
you're
that's
holding
the
on to it.
question.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
I'm. Well, how much would you charge me for?
Whatever the standard price is, or
Well, then that
Then
would
that's
still
the
be too much.
pointless.
Because it was
Since
so
you
bad.
whole
how much are long?
So the whole
That's what I
point is
passed
that
around.
Cassie
How much
doesn't
would you
have
like for?
enough.
Do you have any daggers?
Original longbows are
Give me a minute.
50.
And that's their
Oh,
responsibility.
yeah, your little
Okay, never mind. It's not worth
Yeah.
it for me.
I have one.
Don't worry about me.
Longbow is 50 pieces. 50 gold pieces. She'll give it to you for
50?
200.
Yes.
Yeah, most things are 50.
I'm telling you, weapons and
Weapons
armor and
are
stuff,
expensive.
it's pricey. You guys are just getting started.
Yeah,
How
we're
much-
just starting,
goodness.
so.
How much would you take for
It'll be a
short
drop
bow?
in the barrel
Like a
soon
short bow?
enough.
So if I was to say,
Oh,
short
yeah.
bow.
A light crossbow is nice.
I'm
That's
gonna sell
25.
my short bow.
Uh-huh.
So if
Do you have daggers?
Yes.
How much are those?
A dagger is 2 gold pieces.
2 gold pieces.
We could sit and see if there's
She's not
any
gonna
trade
be
we want to do
too
in like
free.
Yeah, right,
and
right.
then sell anything.
like we can all help each other
But
out.
So I'll take another
Yeah, I
hand
don't
axe
have
and then
much.
2
I don't have
daggers.
enough to buy anything.
Okay.
If she's selling it for
Hand
23
axe.
for the light, then
So
I would just do 3 gold.
4, 6, so it's 8 gold pieces.
For the light
Okay.
For the light
crossbow,
crossbow.
I can give you 3 gold if you want it.
If you're willing to do, I just don't want to take it out of the like group funding.
We don't have many group funds left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
We've
don't
got
wanna
like
do
30 gold, don't we?
that. Yeah, but I don't want to.
We should have a
I don't
better
want to
No,
lose that
we
on
know.
weapons.
How much is it?
We only have silvers and coppers.
We only have
left.
silver and copper.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was
never
like
mind then.
55 copper.
Cassie,
Because we
As
split
a
all the
DM,
gold amongst
you
ourselves.
guys as a DM, I'm gonna remind
Okay.
you,
Okay.
shield, I keep trying to hint, the shield that's on the side of your cart, it has a bunch of supplies, it's the same shield on her door.
we
Right, but
have
we
her
covered it.
stuff.
Right.
So if we give her stuff, we can buy things from her.
Oh,
So
I didn't
Or
realize there
she
was
might
shit in it.
give us.
I
I
didn't
thought
know
it was
there
an
was
empty cart.
Or give
I
us
didn't.
stuff.
Yeah, I
So
thought it
she-
was an empty cart. I'm sorry.
I like dropped 3 huge
Yes.
hits, but
I thought they
We'll
had.
forget.
But yes, Andrew's over here like trying to get us to be like.
dude,
He's not-
seriously, speak
Well,
up.
we
man.
do it.
I'm
Yeah.
outside.
He's-
No, I'm
he's
we're
outside.
playing it. I'm
We talked-
outside. I don't know this.
Andrew and I have been outside this whole time.
Just wondering,
And
like,
we're just like, fuck, guys!
we talked about this all before we went in, and we all agreed
What
we
is
weren't
it,
going to tell her that we had it yet. We're going to
I
go
didn't,
down.
realize, I didn't realize it was the same person.
I
thought
didn't
it was two
realize the
different
cart was
things.
full. I'm sorry. I
You
apologize.
Well,
guys
that's
picked
because
up a
originally
cart
when
full
I-
of supplies in that cave, remember?
So, seeing how there was all this
I didn't
confusion about this, can we like retroactively decide that we were what we were going to do
Just
with
start
that?
from there.
no,
Say,
no,
oh,
keep going. You guys are doing
Yeah.
great with
Yeah.
what you guys are doing.
This is all just all part of
I'm
learning.
outside.
Yeah.
Well, I think the start of the confusion was originally when I wrote notes and I said, when you said west, notice that there's a shield with a blue line on it. Then we talked about the lion shield place. We didn't realize that was the same thing.
It was the blue shield and the lion.
Yeah, we
But
thought like,
now
oh,
we
there's
just-
a place west.
But
So
now we
what I'm worried
understand.
about is if we're all buying this stuff and talking
And
to her,
then-
interacting, and then we don't mention that we have all our crap, and then I was like, all of a sudden we come back later, we're like, oh, by the way, we've had all your stuff this whole time.
Yeah, I don't
Like
think
it's gonna
that's-
piss her off.
No, no,
Well,
no,
also-
I'm happy to see where this goes because
Yeah.
you guys are like playing it perfectly as
Yeah.
if you guys are just buying,
So
not
just-
mentioning. We already covered up this.
as part of the role play, just play it out.
Well,
We
I think
covered up
part
the
Can I
shield.
volunteer? Can I volunteer that if I finish my transaction, I can go back and relieve them, and then it's not as like holding
Yeah.
info if I like trade places. So then he can come in and be like, dude, guys, this is actually
This is
the
So
the
same.
same.
yeah, we were
What's
actually,
taking so long?
me and
That's
Molly were
nothing.
just talking about it, and we were thinking,
Nothing
seeing
outside.
as how you two were outside this whole time, like maybe we could just have you guys take lead on that
Relief.
part, and
Oh, that's
Yeah.
We'll all leave.
just
and
have it
go
as
to
two
the-
separate interactions.
I was also waiting. That was not the concern I had. I was waiting because originally when we saw it, I was thinking, what if she's a bad guy? What if us having her cart is bad and she like captures us and get angry? So now that we know she's this nice woman, I was waiting to be like, okay, now we can say like, we trust you. We
Yeah.
have this cart.
And that would be totally cool. Like, so
Yeah.
as a group, can we retroactively decide that we were gonna tell her about
Do
her
that.
car right away?
I'd
Yeah.
say we retroactively forget the last 30 seconds that we had this
Yeah, I don't
conversation.
think we
You
need
guys
to.
continue on with what
Okay.
you guys are doing.
That's
Yeah.
Let's do
exactly.
that.
Now
The only
we-
re-
Leave the shop.
The only reason I told you is because I'm trying. Everybody's learning.
Yeah.
So I don't want you guys to like ping pong around in town
Yeah.
because you forget stuff. So
Keep
Yeah.
going.
keep
Okay,
role
we'll just
playing
keep
as
going
it
with it.
is. Just let it ride out.
You can take
Now I should have rummaged through
Yes.
the dang car.
Also, you guys speak up because, like, I know in the past I've been,
They
they're
can't.
outside,
No,
so
you
they're
can-
not
outside.
allowed.
No, she's talking about before all this happened.
like, as like real people, like me, Kara speaking. Like, I don't know what's going on with them.
They can't because that's God moding.
She's talking
Yeah.
about before we ever go into this situation, like
Okay.
when they knew that there was going to be this conflict. You could be like, point of interest. Here's what I'm seeing.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I assumed you
Yeah.
guys were tracking along. So
He's
Yeah.
role playing correctly because he forgot
I
to
just
tell you
assumed
guys.
were going in.
Sorry,
Yeah.
for the game.
So anyway, all that aside, I'm just
Okay.
gonna add my inventory now.
Alright,
Okay.
Can I
I like it.
see if she has found?
Makes it interesting.
You wanted a longbow?
Yeah, I was
that
asking her
seems-
for like,
The longbow was
it's
50.
worth 50.
Yeah, it does
Yeah,
seem all.
we'll give it to you
this is
for
scary.
Yeah, we got a full
Yeah.
stack
I
of
asked
crap
her if she would
outside
be
with her
willing
We should just
logo on
loot
it.
it.
And she's like,
trade
I didn't
my
realize it
short
required
bow
anything in it.
for the longbow.
Wait, no, I
Plus,
disagree.
I'm asking her how much more gold.
I thought it was just
So
a
a
car with a
short bow
goblin in it.
is worth
which is why I was thinking on
25.
leasing it to a farmer.
was supposed to
so
be.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I asked her,
It
can I,
sounds like
can I
really-
give you the short bow and then how much
Okay.
more gold would you want on top of that?
This is what happened to you. They for
Remember
2 weeks.
20
breaking-
on that.
Yeah, I know.
It's 5 gold off the price.
Well, I thought that it had been like we
I'll go
noticed
ahead
it
and do
had
that.
been raided
20 gold.
in the woods.
And then now you
It
have a
was broken
longbow.
down, so we
So
fixed
I'll
it.
give
It
her
was
a
raided.
bow.
So there was nothing in it.
That's
That's
what
what
I
I
originally
Yeah.
took
And
it
I'll just tell her.
Yeah. I thought it was just an empty cart.
But we were gonna,
we actually specifically talked
so
about that.
afterwards,
And
we're
he
gonna
said
tell
no.
her like what happened. Like if this is now it's yours. Like,
Okay, anybody else buying? Trading? Selling?
John, I have to get bolts for it, right? If I get a
I'm not
crossbow.
doing ammo in this.
You're not, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
We're
you.
Elder
So
Scrolls
I was like,
members.
shoot, I'm gonna have to buy those two and I don't have any money. Okay.
I'm,
It's too
I'm
detailed
Legolas.
for
We're
learning.
playing Elder Scrolls Online and D&D right now, so nothing
Yes.
needs ammo.
Alright, anybody else buying stuff? What you guys doing?
Yeah, so I'm getting,
Are you guys trading each other?
she gave me 3 gold, so I can buy the crossbow light.
Do you want
Straight
more?
out?
Straight out.
Okay, so you have a light crossbow now?
Yes.
Amber, what were you doing?
if I sell
But
her
she's gonna probably.
my
Oh, how about more?
crossbow,
I'll bet you we can find a long way with the stash.
We got a little bit of an appetite.
so I would sell her my light crossbow for 25 gold, add in 30 or
The difference between what? What are you trying to get?
a longbow.
Okay, basically what she just did.
So what I did was
You have to pay 20 gold on top.
But I could.
so then it would be.
Oh, because she's only asking 40 as a discount.
45.
Oh, 40. So yes, so I would sell the light crossbow for 25, add 20, and get a longbow. Can I do
So
that?
minus 20 gold, and you now have a longbow.
And take my light crossbow out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can wield the crossbow light and my short bow at the same time because they're
You
individual.
can't fire them both.
Right, but I can
You can
have
hold
them
them
both
both.
equipped.
No, they
Yeah.
did.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, you're
I-
holding a
It's like
crossbow,
those things
but you
see in the
can't.
Catholic Church that
shoot
kind
the
of
light
shake
bow.
around and it-
Right,
Like the water.
right,
Smoke.
but I don't have to
Yeah,
use an
yeah, like
action
sense
though then
of
to
smoke.
equip it because I've already got it
You put
equipped.
incense in it.
Because I don't have to change what I'm have
You do.
equipped.
You'd have to switch
do?
Yeah.
hands.
One's a
Even-
two-handed weapon, one's not. So you still have to pull out.
Your light bow is still a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, so it's an action.
Okay, okay, gotcha. So I can't. That's what I'm asking. So I can't have the crossbow equipped at the same
You
time.
can't
as I
fire it,
have
but
the-
you can hold it. That's what I was
You
saying.
can have it in your inventory.
That's. Thank
But you
you.
can't equip it.
Okay,
You are
thank you.
correct.
Because it's different having it in my inventory than equipped is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Correcto.
Cool. Thank you.
My suggestion is you just click on the box to equip everything, but you just remember what you have.
Yeah.
Because that way
Oh,
you
well.
know, you can visually see
Now
what you
it's
can
fine.
utilize, and if you want to swap real quick,
Because it doesn't show up.
because
unless
it doesn't
it's-
show up.
Gotcha.
So a
okay.
lot of times, if you don't see it, you don't remember.
Okay. So I just.
Yeah.
know
Just as
that-
beginners, I would recommend that you click everything to equip, and then just
Okay.
What are you
remember.
doing?
Okay.
Cool.
Why are we doing that? I'm sorry.
Because if you don't click it, it doesn't show up, so you'll forget
In
what
your
you
actions
have.
list, so when you're in a fight, you forget that you have that option if you want to equip.
Oh, that's way more confusing for me. It's like I don't have my shield clicked and like I would forget and then be like, "Well, my
Don't-
AC is
the
18."
armor, yeah. The shield is different though, because that would
He's talking about
Because
actually
it affects your armor
mix your
class.
armor, yeah. Alright, so you guys buying, selling, trading, anything else?
Nah.
His feet, sorry.
Wait. No, I guess I'll keep that.
Okay, you guys good?
I'm gonna go out and relieve Falco and Ryder.
I go up to her again and
let her know.
By any chance have a sewing kit around here, would you?
A sewing kit?
I know it's not really for things.
That'd be more something over at Barthen's.
I actually do want to I'm just gonna sell my short bow. So how much can I get for that? And I'll give you 3 gold back.
Short bow, I think, was 25.
Yeah, for 25.
Okay.
So if Phil is coming back out, I'm gonna ask. So are we turning the card over or not?
I thought I wouldn't. Oh, damn it! And so I just I walk over. I'm frustrated by this whole thing, and I just knock out the goblin, so he's not a problem. We don't need to watch.
The goblin's like peeking out. Right, cut!
Let's go in and talk to her all at once, shall we?
And then I follow him back inside.
I'll go with him. I went outside. I'm done.
I mentioned the shopkeeper. Okay, so
she's just kind of counting on her gold, throwing some stuff in the back.
So Lenine, we've got something that might brighten your day a bit.
Oh, really?
And I
This gold
gesture
is
to
pretty
Falco.
shiny.
we found this cart, which
His shield
bears
is pretty
the
shiny.
same symbol.
The shimmer.
The shiny symbol.
Just turned into Sean Carter. The same shimmer.
Love it.
Yes.
Love
but
it.
same symbol on the cart that matches above your door. Are you expecting a delivery?
I am expecting a delivery. Are you saying you found my cart?
We did.
Where did you find my cart?
It was on the trail to town. It was abandoned. It looked like some the goblins had ransacked it a little bit.
Fucking cart was hid by goblins.
It was.
It was.
So I've got red brands and goblins.
If it makes you feel any better, we'll rip them a bloody new one.
I hope so.
When we have
If I ever see one of them.
Don't mention that we have one.
Yeah. I just kind of elbow him in the ribs.
As you start to speak,
She kind of picks up like one of the little daggers and just starts stabbing the
And Phil gestures that.
My eyes are really big.
anyway,
So you have my supplies.
we do.
Well,
Amazing.
At least some of them. I don't know how many were in there to start with, but everything we found is in their cart.
We tried to collect as much as we could that bears the crest, compile it up, and bring it back to you.
Well, that's fantastic. Would you young strapping men like to carry it in for me?
I would love to.
No problem.
It will cost you though. And I reach out my hand with the highest of 5s.
She winks at you and says, "Great discount, wasn't it?"
It was a great discount.
I roll my eyes.
Dagged.
And I walk outside.
She chuckles and like starts clearing out a space for you guys to start storing stuff.
I'll take a note.
So over time, you guys.
Make sure you get your.
Actually, it's
Make sure we get the post back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So over a few minutes, you guys carry the supplies, just kind of
I take my
shove
clothes
them in
back.
the corner.
Yeah.
She gets her
Pelts.
wolf pelts back. You guys now have a free range goblin, and that's what we're taking a break from.
Okay, perfect.
Free range goblin.
You know, one of the weapons that we can use is a morning sword.
You'd have to find a tanner or something,
That would be
or
what if that does piercing and
Someone-
bludgeoning?
I need to draw a
No
map.
screen time. It makes
go
you
ahead and
Part of
stretch your legs real quick and we'll come back.
Well, get some food.
It does.
Does it?
Or maybe
Nice.
over there.
That's
You
cool.
can ask Mark whatever you want.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't. Fingers it is.
Because I
Yeah,
want
fingers
to.
fine.
Yeah, I just go for it, whatever.
As long as you guys are neat, that's fine.
No, yeah.
Get me a paper towel.
I'm not weird about it either. Some people are like, what? I'm like, it's not like you're like, yeah, whatever.
Just as a note, as we go on break, Ember has passed out underneath the wagon outside.
Well, you really hit me hard.
Her breakfast beer was a little stronger than she let on.
She's a lightweight.
I'm gonna come over and be like, are you dead?
I've got a new